Hello everybody, my name is Slappy and I'm going to be bringing to you a new Starcraft 2 series called the Wood League Warriors. And what I'm going to be doing in this series is I'm going to be highlighting some strategies that you can use in these lower league games. And what I'm going to consider the Wood Leagues is anywhere from bronze to gold. And so yeah, this series isn't just for people who just bought the game and they're just complete noobs. They don't know what a barracks is. No, this can be. I want this to be helpful for a wide variety of players, because I feel like the bronze to gold audience is a player base that is really not covered well by guides that are out there on the internet, and especially in the team game. So you know what? I'm gonna do some of these myself. And yeah, this is going to be brought to you by a fellow Wood Leaguer, as I am in Gold League. I'm a college student, as are my teammates. We are a pre-made, all four of us. We are all good friends. We are at an engineering college. School comes first. We play Starcraft when the four of us are bored and have nothing else to do. So we aren't too good. So anyway, I'm going to be highlighting mostly team games, like I said, because I feel like there are enough guides and ways to improve in 1v1s, but I feel like there just aren't hardly any for team games. So basically, team games go one of two ways. You see teams either go basically very aggressive, getting many units out very quickly and trying to end the game as soon as they can. And there's also the turtle teams that they all turtle up, they all grab all their expansions and get high tier units. What I prefer is you want to get units out quickly. Not necessarily go all in. I'm not saying have a full team go 6 pool and proxy 2 gate and aggressive 2 racks. Not at all. But what you want to do is get some units early, because as you can see, the team we are playing against will be very aggressive. As you can see, an early gas right here, he's going to be going for Ling speed and really no drones mining mineral. And as you can see, I got a probe in here. I will spot this barracks. So anyway, what we're going to do, I'm going to rush Stalker. As you can see, I'm not producing a Zealot out of this gateway. I'm instead dropping a Cybernetics core. Our Zerg player right here is going to be rushing Roaches. As you can see, the Roach Warren going down right now. And I really like Roaches. I think Roaches should be a part of any team coordinated rush, because Roaches are so good early game. They are so cost effective. They soak up a lot of damage. They still do a lot of damage for early game units. And they are just so good early game. So Roaches, I think, are a must-have. This Protoss player actually going to be rushing DT. As you can see, dropping the Twilight Council. He's getting a pylon back here. He's going to try to hide his Dark Shrine back in there. So try to eliminate the possibility of it getting scouted. And our Terran player right here mainly just going to focus on Marines. Again, Marines, very good early game units. Very cheap to build. 3 barracks, as you can see, not even a gas yet. Does have an orbital command. He will be getting many minerals from these mules. And check on their team. This guy, as you can see, getting the Ling speed. He got all the gas that he needed from it, and then he put these all back on minerals, so he will be mostly focusing on the Zerglings. And as you may notice, we decided not to wall, and that's because the Zerg player was random, and you don't really need to wall against Protoss and Terran, because they have ranged units. So what they'll do is they'll just sit down here out of the range of your units behind the wall, and they'll just kill your buildings. So it's really not that great to wall against Terran or Protoss, but against Zerg you definitely need to, because of these Zerglings. But he was playing as random, so we did not know there was a Zerg, so we did not wall off. And as you can see, we're getting units out, they're getting units out. I did spot this tech lab when my probe was here. As you can see, now they're going in Marauders, getting the concussive shells upgrade already. But I stick 2 Stalkers back here just because I saw the tech lab. I was fairly certain they were going Marauder. That's why I dropped this Robo-Bay and we're getting out Immortals. But just in case of Reapers, because it is so easy for Reapers to just jump over this cliff right here and just get into your mineral line, I decided to put some Stalkers back here just to be safe. So I rushed Stalkers. I did see the tech lab, and since every low-level Terran, it seems like, goes Marauders, I'm like, hey, I'm going to get Immortal, because Immortal are really good against Marauder. As you can see, our Zerg player grabs the center of Zelnaga. He will be able to see this push incoming, and this is why you want to get units out early, because a lot of teams will go for these really aggressive pushes with a Zergling. Lots of Marines, as you can see, lots of Marines coming in from these two bases. Got the double reactors right there, and 4 barracks for our Pink Terran. So we spot this, we will be reinforcing, and thankfully these Zerglings decide to engage the Marines instead of running up the ramp into the mineral line, because they could have done a lot of damage up here. They would have killed all these probes, they would have killed the Dark Shrine, they probably would have gone to this base and killed many SCVs before the Marines could have reacted to it. And so that's a tip if you're a Zerg player, that is a big mistake by him. With the Speedlings, you want to just bypass the enemy's army, and you want to try to hinder their economy as much as you can. As you can see, he still killed a lot of probes, but as you can see, Toaster here still has enough probes to mine, and still has enough probes, still has enough of an economy to pump out these DT. As you can see, he's already got his Warp Prism. So since we fended that off, we are going to be on the counter push. I got Immortals out already, got a lot of Roaches still in the field, picking off these straggling units that were just rallied from their buildings to go to our base. So as you can see right now, we're going to be pushing out. Our push doesn't quite work, but we're going to be attacking this base, and as you can see, we have a Warp Prism. We're going to try the old distraction technique. He's going to be warping in DT as we are knocking on the front door of this base. So here we go for the frontal attack. My Immortal leading the way. He gets a little too far out in front, and these Marauders just melt him down. I should have waited for these Roaches to come in. It's a bit of a misclick by me. So we will be able to clean up this army. We will be able to kill these Speedlings, but these two guys have too many Marines, so they're going to send them in, and they're going to clean up our army over there. But as you can see, this Warp Prism, this is the perfect spot for it. They have no idea this is coming. They can't see this. He's going to warp in 3 DT right there. As you can see, as all this is going on, our team is grabbing expansions. You want to grab expansions as you're pushing, because it will buy your team lots of time. These expansions just now getting up for them. They should have put these down before they pushed, because they would have been done, they would have been mining, and they would have a much better economy. And as you can see, these DT causing the liftoff, killing lots of pros. These SCVs had to evacuate. And he's going to be going right after the supply depot, which is very good. Make sure he can't build any units. So our DT rush has rendered this player effectively useless. So it's effectively now a 3-3-4. He's going to get the scan, get these DT. But Warp Prism's still in perfect position right there to warp in more. And as you can see, we came out behind on that last skirmish. They are the bottom 4. Our team is the top 4. As you can see, their army values, on average, a lot higher than ours. But if you look at the income, our income much better than theirs, especially since they have a 0 right there. He only has 8 harvesters. He's trying to get up an expansion right here. But yeah, so we're going to regroup. We're just going to mass units at our base. As you can see, I'm making Immortal. I'm double Immortaling. I have 2 Robos, getting those at a time. I'm working on getting my upgrades. It is a lot of lower level players forget about upgrades, but they make a huge, huge difference. So you want to get those as early as you can. Grabbing a high yield right here, and we still have pretty good map control, so this high yield is pretty safe. As you can see, we got Zergling here, we got a Zergling on this Zelnaga. We don't have the middle tower, which it would be nice, but as you can see, their team, since we put the pressure on so early, they were tentative to expand. This expansion just now getting SCVs, that's been up for a while, and this expansion transferring everything from the main. These DT are still here. And this works so well because they were so distracted over here by our main push. They were so distracted in the other player's base that they did not build any detection. They did not get any missile turrets or anything. So the only detection that they have are scans, which forcing scans is really nice because every time you scan, you cannot be dropping mules, which really hurts their economy. You can see this player down here, he was devoting all of his attention to try to get rid of these DT. He just gets frustrated and leaves. This player can't do anything. So he leaves, and yeah, the strategy working very well. The Zerg player decides to leave as well. He's abandoning ship, so it is a 4v1, excuse me. And you know what, we're just gonna push out and we're just gonna end this game right here. So that's basically GG. And as you can see with their income, our army values are now much bigger than theirs. That is, we were grabbing expansions, did a good job doing that. Once again, they can't do anything. This is the only guy left in the game, and once it's a 3v1, there's really nothing you can do. So this strategy really works. Well, you want to get units out quickly, and you want to just find, you want to either attack, you have to just kind of find the right timing for it, because you want to get units out in case they do a rush like this team did here, and you also want to get units out to deny fast expansions as well. So you want to be aggressive with these early units you get out, and once these units are out, make a push, expand on the back ends of your pushes to get your economy going, and just be aggressive, get map control, do a nice contain. And the strategy really works, especially because this team, as you know, is pre-made, and the majority of teams you will go against, if you are pre-made, you're still going to go against many 4v4 random teams, and it is very difficult for these lower level 4v4 random teams to deal with a well-coordinated push. So if you have a pre-made and you're all in Skype, or if you're in our case, you are all just sitting in the same room right next to each other, excuse me, you have a very, very great advantage over a 4v4 random team that's only means of communication is typing through the game. And with players that have never played together before, like this 4v4 random team right here, it can be very difficult to manage a early game rush by the opposing team. And also the strategy, like I said, it works very well for teams that go for a macro game. You saw the amount of Marines and Stalkers we had early game. Sometimes when we show up to their base using the strategy, they'll be going Void Ray, but by the time we get there, at the most they'll have 1 or 2, and we'll have enough to clean that up, no problem. Same with Battle Cruiser. Sometimes we'll show up and they'll have 1 Battle Cruiser, and that's just no match for what we have. So yeah, that's it's a good strategy for 4v4s, especially at these lower level leagues. And I hope this video helped, and I will probably be doing more of these. I might do some 1v1s, but I'm gonna be focusing more on the team games that I play. So yeah, leave a comment below, tell me what you liked, tell me what you didn't like, and yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Thanks a lot.